Yeah, grand risings everyone. And for those of you that don't know me, I'm Gary, and I'm on a mission to build an off-grid regenerative farm here in Devon. And yeah, we've been putting in the foundations for a shipping container. I've never done it before. I've studied a bit of information about it and come up with the idea of building columns, brick columns. Now I am on some sloping land, as I showed you yesterday. I've got I'm going to call them my stone mushrooms because they look a little bit mushroomy. And yeah, so I was out here till about 9:30, 10 o'clock last night, rendering or rubbing up the little walls of the pillars there. And yeah, they're looking pretty smart. That's the tallest one. That's when the shipping container sits on that. That's going to be the height, that's sort of the highest point, because the land slopes away. Now, setting out the square and setting out the levels was all determined on this stone here at the front. So I've got an access track coming along that southern boundary there, and this will be essentially accessing, for now, storage, but eventually like a little canteen area. And that stone there was the most important one because it was obviously closest to the ground, and I wanted to keep that as close to the ground as possible because obviously the land slopes away, and by the time you get down there you have to build up. So to reduce the amount of building up, I wanted to keep that stone as low as possible. That was great, and I did string it out with a peg and some string, and I was doing the 3-4-5 method of, the Pythagoras theorem and checking out the angles and stuff. Anyway, long story short, I messed up a little bit. I screwed up somewhere along the line with my square, and yeah, it's cost quite dearly. Not only not being able to finish the job yesterday, but having to redo the foundations a little bit. So yeah, I'm going to be straight up honest with you. Share the wins and the losses, isn't it? Share the hardship. So I'm here today sharing a hardship. Got that one in. I got the laser level on it yesterday. It's square to that one, bang on, and that one's square and level to that one, bang on. So 3 to go. And then as I come down this end here to check out the final column, this pad that I've already done, they're sat under the concrete blocks there. You can see the foundation. That one I did. Now, if you look up there to that other one, I'm out by about a foot. About a foot, yeah. That's some quite a beating. That's some quite defeat. So what I've had to do is I've had to redig a new footing, essentially. Not as big, but yeah, that's obviously because I've got to wait for it to set, and that put me back. So, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? This whole project is about learning and overcoming challenges. And yeah, I really felt it today, like getting all of them blocks in. I had to go to Exeter to go and pick them up and hump them by hand. Bo was here, the guy, if you've been following the channel, the guy, my neighbour in his little electric all-terrain disability scooter. He came in and helped me hump the blocks from the van up here, which was a godsend again. And yeah, just getting through it. But I woke up this morning, I felt it in my back, and yeah, done a little bit of foam rolling and a bit of stretching out, and tried to G myself up because it's a big day. I've got to finish off the foundation. All right, it's only probably one or two more loads, and then I'm gonna have to do another job. I'm gonna have to go and start the fencing because yeah, the foundation has to set at least 24 hours, and then tomorrow I'll do the blocking and the final stone mushroom. And I'll get the laser level on it, I'll get my 6-foot level on it, and yeah, I'll check it all out. But it's looking pretty good. Them other three are bang on. So yeah, you win some, you lose some, and that's the learning. I think next time I'm gonna, instead of using a peg and string, I think I'm just gonna build a frame out of wood, get it all squared on the ground, and then just maneuver it into position and dig the holes from there. I was originally gonna do that. However, I am doing everything out of the van, and therefore carrying like 4 meter lengths of timber in it as well probably would have been a stretch too far. Hence why I need to get the shipping container in. As soon as this shipping container's in, that's it. I can start getting resources and tools stored and stuff like that, and then it's not too much of a strain on Roxy and me, like living amongst bags of cement. Anyway, it is what it is. I won't drip, I won't drone on about it. That's the task set of me today. I'm going to crack on, and yeah, thanks for following, and I hope you're enjoying the content, and yeah, comment and like and all that wonderful good jazz, and I'll let you know how I get on later. Cheers.